What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with a deck that is similar to one I played in the past, but definitely changed up a whole lot. And if you remember my NSV Ogerpon EX video, I had a ton of fun running it, and today I'm running a very similar combo, but with the new Lillie's Clefairy. With the Fairy's own ability, the weakness of all Dragon-type Pokemon in play is now Psychic, so any Dragapult or Raging Bolt decks we pair against, well, I'm going to feel bad for them because we got 4 Lillie's Clefairy running right up as our primary attacker. With the Full Moon Rondo attack, you do 20 damage plus 20 more damage for each benched Pokemon. Now, similar to the NSV Ogerpon build, when you pair this with Area 0 Underdepths, whoopsie, sorry for scrolling. When you pair this with Area 0 Underdepths, you can make yourself and your opponent have a massive bench. And there's a lot of decks that naturally play Area 0 and look for that massive bench, pretty much any Noctowl build, which will also power up Lillie's Clefairy. So since there's a lot of those decks running around right now, even if we're not up against a dragon type deck, there are many decks that will essentially be able to put so many Pokemon in play that will be swinging for 320 damage every single turn. Now, comboing this with Lillie's Pearl allows any Lillie's Pokemon that this is attached to be worth 1 less prize. When your opponent KOs Lillie Clefairy, ideally it's just a pretty high HP as far as a single attacker is concerned, but also swinging for insane damage as far as a single prize attacker is concerned. Now, if they play Jamming Tower or something like that, that's why we're running 3 copies of Area 0. We are going to try to bump it, but for the most part, I really do like Lillie's Clefairy as our solid single prize attacker. Ogerpon will function as our draw engine as well as a decent backup attacker, and I do realize actually that now that I'm staring at the list, I actually have the energy flipped. I added the wrong amounts of the wrong energy. We play 7 Grass Energy and 4 Psychic Energy. I don't know how I accidentally did that when I made this image. When I'm playing the deck, you'll see. I was going to say we have mostly Grass Energy, but the picture you guys are staring at, that's incorrect, so I apologize. So make sure the link in the description, or the deck list in the description has the right amount of energies. But anyways, solid backup attacker, really good draw engine. When you power Teal Mask Ogerpon up with Grass Energy, you can use Energy Switch to move 1 energy to Lillie's Clefairy and hopefully go for that turn 1 going second KO, since you can get a massive bench established with Precious Trolley. Now, for our other part of the draw engine, we got Mew for restart and also a great backup attacker. We got Fezandipiti EX with Flip the Script and Latias to give us the free retreat. And the reason I love the free retreat so much in this deck is because we're playing Magearna with the auto heal ability. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, when you attach an energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon, you heal 90 damage from it. So if your opponent is littering damage with Dragapult, or they're getting some good damage down with Monkey Dory if you're up against Gardevoir, when they take a KO, you promote Magearna, you attach all your energies with, your Teal dances onto Ogerpons, your manual attachments onto Clefairies, and then while you're doing that, you're actually healing 90 damage, which helps out a ton. And since, well, I guess I'll just mention Squawk too, because, well, Squawk MC is nice when you're going first. You can just dig deep, make sure you get the setup you need. And, well, since we're playing 4 copies of Lillie's Pearl, and more often than not, you only need like 2 to 3, just because your opponent is probably going to boss up a Fezandipiti or a Mew or an Ogerpon at some point. There's no problem with smacking a Lillie's Pearl on Genesect. It doesn't make Genesect worth 1 less prize, however, it does make its ability go into play where if this Pokemon is a Pokemon tool attached, your opponent can't play any A-Spec cards from their hand. And the cool thing about pretty much all the A-Spec cards in the format right now is they all have to be played from your opponent's hand. So if we can get Genesect smacked down early with Lillie's Pearl down, we are going to be in a great spot. Now, to feed more into the defensive and the disruptive aspect of the deck, I'm opting to play 3 copies of Iono and Judge. I just feel like with so many Noctowl decks running around, with such a heavy search type of engines and so many decks going around right now, I really like the idea of just shuffling my opponent's hand and allowing their hand to be whatever size I need it to be. Because Budew is also so rampant, the form is slowing down, I'm playing 3 more Arven on top of that, just to make sure that, if I can't play items, I can at least play a supporter. So, we can search for an item card, we can search for our Lillie's Pearl with Arven. Generally, if we're playing Arven, it's going to be Precious Trolley, Lillie's Pearl. Every now and then, maybe you'll grab a Vessel. But yeah, I mean, this is just a great supporter card to use, even in the mid-game, even in the early game if you're under item lock, just taking down the Lillie's Pearl early. You don't mind taking 2 turns to just manual attach twice to Lillie's Clefairy if that's what you got to do. We got 3 copies of Boss's Orders and 1 copy of Countercatcher for the Gust. As I mentioned, the 4 Energy Switch will help powering up Lillie's Clefairy to start attacking immediately, as well as setting up a backup Mew EX if you're making it that far in the game and you need some sort of crazy backup attacker, maybe against Dragapult, you want a genome hacking, copy their Phantom Dive. I mean, it's not a bad option. We got 4 copies of Nest Ball to get you through the rest of the game after Trolley has been used. And then we got 3 copies of Night Stretcher to make sure that we're taking energy and Pokemon back from the discard pile, as well as 2 copies of Earthen Vessel to dig out the energy needed. And again, I apologize, this is supposed to be 4 Psychic Energy and 7 Grass Energy. I don't know what happened. I guess I wasn't thinking as much when I was putting this deck back into the Limitless builder to put it on the new intro screen, but yeah, I'm sure you guys will see that it is a not for Psychic Energy when I hop into match number 1. I'll make sure that's switched up in the deck list down below. So before we hop into today's video, just want to remind everyone that we got that TCG Player affiliate link in the description down below. So if you're going to TCG Player to order any singles, decks, or deck accessories for any card game, does not matter what, make sure you hop on over to TCG Player and get yourself whatever you need with my link, because when you click on the link and order stuff as you normally do within 48 hours, support the channel in a massive way. So thank you so much to everyone who's been doing that. Now, with that being said, let's hop into today's video and see how many decks we can finesse with the new Lillie's Clefairy. Welcome to match number 1. My opponent is opening up Teal Mask Ogerpon, and we open up with a decent hand. You know, we got our Genesect to get down Lillie's Clefairy. We could smack the energy on Lillie's Clefairy. My opponent is playing Teal Mask Ogerpon, so it could be a deck that has some dunk potential. And again, here we go. We already see an immediate Area 0 Underdepths. So, you know, we know we're up against possibly Terra Box, Raging Bolt, something like that. Iono, Ancient Booster Capsule at the discard pile. I'm going to go with it's a Raging Bolt deck, which is something I think we could take pretty comfortably. I mean, it depends how good our setup is. I don't mind even falling down 2 prize cards, surprisingly, in a matchup like this, just because we can make our Lillie's Clefairy such a good 1 prize attacker. So it's not the end of the world. You know, if they take the first 2 prize KO, is it going to make it harder? Yes. However, are we hopefully going to be able to have a solid, you know, late game pickup? Yeah, probably, especially if we shut down Prime Catcher. You know, we get Genesect down with Lillie's Pearl. You know, they might need to use Boss's Orders in a situation where they're going for 2 prize cards, and that could stop Asada play, which could give them, you know, the energy needed to take those 2 prize cards. I mean, we don't have bulk on our side, but you can see with my opponent's 5-card hand, I'm immediately going to be telling them to, hey, do that one more time. Now, something I don't see often is Monkey Dory in the Ancient Box deck, so I'm curious to see if this is actually some sort of Raging Bull Ancient Box build or what. I have no idea what's going on here, to be honest. To get rid of Crispin, you know, I still feel like it is Crispin, Night Stretcher. We're seeing the Ancient Booster Energy Capsules. Brute Bonnet makes sense. I mean, they could play Perilous Jungle or something. Maybe Binding Mochi to swing for that extra damage. I mean, that would work. And they get the single prize Petra Run and Secret Box down immediately. Oh my god, yo, my opponent is playing way too many cards on their first turn going first. I didn't want to. They're too good a start. Too good a start. I mean, whatever. They'll take whatever supporter they want. They're getting rid of a ton of supporters on this first turn, and then I'm just going to judge their hand away. So hopefully it will take away a lot of the value we're seeing on the Secret Box here. And I'm sure that they are going to go in with the Poison Petron and then pass it on over to us, which probably will mean our active Lillie's Clefairy is going to get KO'd. There's not going to be much I can do about that. However, their bench is huge. So, I apologize. Sorry, I was sneezing. I don't even remember what I was saying, to be honest. This sneeze totally killed my train of thought. I apologize. I mean, my opponent didn't do much. They played Teal Dance. You know, they got the Chansey down, which is interesting. Totally not what I expected. And I don't think they played that Nest Ball after. They did. Actually, that's what they got the Chansey with. I was surprised they didn't go Latias and try to get the poison damage done with Toxic Subjugation as the ability. But, I mean, that's fine. They got 3 cards in hand. Now, this is a situation where I really do hate to Iono my opponent into a full 6. However, I also really do want to play the game. You know, like, I could judge them the 4, but I want to establish my own board state and an Energy Switch plus, you know, some Ogerpons, and we could actually take the first 2 prize KO and Teal Mask Ogerpon here. So we'll go Iono. Oh, I lied. We're not going to go Iono. My opponent's hand is going to be stuck on top of their deck, so that's awesome. I love when that happens. This is a good one. This is great. Yeah, if you could see, yeah, right? Yeah, it is pictured in that top right. My opponent's... Oh my god, is their hand just stuck up there? Oh my gosh. I love this game. I mean, I have no words. Oh boy. How is this my timer? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, I got it. We're good. 5 seconds. We'll play the Nest Ball. That was so weird. Sorry, I was so confused. I'm like, what is going on here? You know, I could just item lock them. I really... do I go Squawk and Seize? Honestly, I totally could. with a hand like this. It's just a bunch of supporters, which is amazing, but we play so many supporters in this deck, and I'm itching for that turn 1 KO. I really want to get that E-switch down. So I'm going to play the Ogerpon. I'm going to go for the Teal Dance, see if I can rip it off the top deck right here. No, I can't. I lose another boss. Ah. Oh, well. So be it. I mean, you know, whatever. We'll make it work. And I get E-switch, Ogre. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're so golden. Let me go Teal Dance first. I really do like the Lillie's Pearl down on Clefairy this turn. I mean, I don't want to put it on Genesect immediately, but I definitely can if I have to. We're already swinging 220. Yeah, this is so perfect. Right? Like, I mean, wait, no, they played their ace-spec. Oh, yeah, they played their ace-spec already. Oh, well, then Genesect is a whole lot more useless, wouldn't it? The only place is to put it on Lillie's Clefairy. Boom. Turn 1 KO, 2 prize cards. I mean, this is Lillie's Clefairy. This is why this deck is so nuts. I mean, we're 2 prize cards up. I've got 1 boss, 1 counter catcher left in the deck. That's going to be something very important that we got to keep an eye on, something I got to worry about. But next turn, I do have Arven for Precious Trolley, Lillie's Pearl, and then I could just kind of get rolling that way. You know, I guess if they draw into, like, a massive hand, I am swinging for KO on everything they have in play right now, unless they evolve into Blissey EX with that Chansey. So I guess maybe there is a world where we could see a Judge next turn just to kind of shrink their hand a bit, down a bit more. But they don't have any Pokemon that I see as a threat yet. Famous last words. Again, Blissey would be the most terrifying, but if they go Blissey, they take the KO. It's just 1 prize card. Okay. They got the Blissey. And I'm sure here we're going to see Fezandipiti. I mean, that's okay. Because what? You can manual attach 1 energy, and you can use Happy Switch to get 2 energy down onto Blissey. So they would need a counter gain and a retreat play as well if they want to pull off the attack. And they got Fez. So again, you know, like, they could totally get a huge hand here. We can totally see everything that they're looking for. I guess Arven would be the next scariest supporter. I don't know why the game is taking so long to just work. This is great. I love updates. And yeah, there's the Latias. Okay, so they got the retreat. They need energy, Happy Switch, counter gain. If they could pull all that off, we're not in the best scenario, but I've definitely been in worse situations. So, you know, we'll figure it out. And if they do all that, I think all we do is go Arven for Precious Trolley, Lillie's Pearl. I Night Stretcher back the Psychic Energy, so I can manual attach that to a Clefairy. That I'll bench. I'll attach a Lillie's Pearl to that Pokemon. I'll use my Teal Dance with the energy I have in hand. I'll use Fezandipiti's Draw 3. I should hopefully get another Energy Switch. I should hopefully be able to actually one-shot a Blissey EX, since they have so many Pokemon in play, and I will also have a full bench in about a turn as well. Again, if they keep 7 cards in hand and they whiff the KO here, I might not do anything other than Judge, just because they still have 4 cards. And I really don't want to leave them with 4 cards. And they got the Ultra Ball. Okay, so their hand's going to shrink down to 4. I'm curious what the last Pokemon they take is. They get rid of Blood Moon or something. Okay, it's something, again, we got to worry about. But I feel like when you're playing a deck like this, if they got Boss on Ogerpon, they got Boss on Ogerpon. If you go Boss on Squawk, you got Boss on Squawk. There's not much like a deck like this is going to do about it. What's nice is just trying to put... That's why I like the pressure on the hand disruption. Because if we're constantly disrupting the hand, it hopefully makes it harder for my opponent to boss as easily every single turn. You know, and take prize cards on our weaker EX Pokemon. That's why I like the Judge over the Research play, especially with Knockdowns kind of everywhere, and they might go in with the Mind Bend. Oh, that would be interesting. That would be kind of crazy, actually. I mean, I would still try to open up with a... And they go boss themselves. Oh my gosh, well, that's okay, because I should hopefully have Latias in the deck, and even if I don't, I mean, I could just attach Retreat. Like, it's not ideal, but we'll make it work. Okay, we're just down a bunch of supporters. I'm not down anything too crazy yet. They are going to promote their single prize Monkey Dory, if I had to take a guess, which is, I mean, it's a little annoying, but hey, that's all good. It's all good. We'll take it down. And they're going to Toxic Powder on up, get some extra damage down on Squawkabilly with the poison, and then swing for 60 and confuse us as well. However, this is not the Pokemon I will be attacking with, but they're getting good damage down onto it for, you know, potential Brains, which is annoying, but hey, I mean, that's cool. It's out BM. What a top deck. What a top deck. I still don't want to judge. My opponent's hand, it's not huge yet. They will go Fez, which is annoying. Not the end of the world. Let's go Precious Trolley, Lillie's Pearl. And we know Latias is in the deck. I'm holding it right here, so let me just bench this so I don't accidentally bench too many Pokemon with Precious Trolley. And then here, I think I want to go, what? Lillie's Clefairy, Ogerpon, and Magearna sound kind of fun. I could try to heal this damage off Squawk at some point, which would be pretty epic. For now, though, I can retreat back into Lillie's Clefairy. Oh, a little bit of lag from the game. All right, that's good. That's good. We love a laggy game. We'll smack Lillie's per. Oh my god, yo, the game is insane right now. I love TCG Live. We'll get another Teal dance down, and I've got a good hand going into next turn. I got a supporter to play, a Night Stretcher, you know, pull back a Psychic Energy. We got more energy to get down. That's awesome. All right, I like this. I like this a lot. And then if they bump the stadium, and I got to get rid of some Pokemon, Squawk, Magearna, Genesect, gone instantly. You know what? Actually, I really don't mind setting up an Ogerpon here because I'll work my way through a Blissey if that's what I got to do. You know, we could Energy Switch some energy off this guy. It's not the end of the world. And we get Boss's Orders. That's a great top deck. And we're swinging 340 damage. Not even Blissey with Rigid Band is safe currently. That's nuts. That's actually insane. So we'll take one prize card here. Yes, I am on an odd prize, which is a little bit annoying. I still do need 2 full KOs. However, my opponent still has not taken their first 2 prize KO. And again, they're staring down a single prize Pokemon. So this is why I really like Lillie's Clefairy. Just kind of put your opponent in a weird situation where it's like, hey, dude, you either play Jamming Tower or you gust around. But if you want to do all that, you also need some insane natural, like perfect cards in hand to set up, you know, your Blissies and everything. And it seems they are going to pull it off. They got rid of Iono, which honestly would have been a pretty cool card to play here, unless they are going for boss. But they could, I was going to say take a Blissey EX, and they could probably get a Blissey going, but I guess not. They took a Mew, right? Did I see that right? No, they play Iono here. Yeah, they took a Mew just to put it on the bottom of their deck. Okay. And now it is going to be my turn to have a frozen game. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not everything freezing. It's just TCG Live. It's just Iono not working. So I'm very happy that of all cards to be bugged, it seems to be one that every deck plays multiple copies of. That's awesome. And we'll get Arven Countercatcher Grass Energy. Okay, so it's a bit less than perfect, to be honest. I kind of liked my setup a bit more. Oh my god, Fez was prized, wasn't it? Or did I just not take Fez? Did I overlook taking Fez, or is it prized? It's probably prized. I feel like if Fez was there, I probably would have clicked on it and took it. Maybe I didn't. I do love not using my brain sometimes. Hold up. If they go in with the Ogerpon, could I KO Ogerpon? Ah, no, you got another Blissey, so you did pull it off. Okay. I mean, if they go Ogerpon, that's actually good math to know, though. Do 90 damage for the 3 energy, and then we would do 90 damage, so that's 180, and then plus 30, 210. Okay, so Ogerpon does one-shot Ogerpon if both of them are fully set up. So that could be relevant, more so for my opponent, because I'm not going to countercatcher up their Ogerpon. I am ahead in the prize cards. What they need right now, with the 3 cards left in their deck, is 2 Blissey, so that they can move 2 energy off the Ogerpon. A manual attach onto Blissey for your retreat with Latias. They got it. They got the KO. Alright, that's fine. And I still don't have Fez. I will check in the deck in case I overlooked it. No, they go Ogerpon. That's actually, I feel like, such a big misplay here. But I'm not complaining. That is fine by me. I'm definitely okay with that. Alright. Let's see. How do I do this? I don't mind promoting you. I don't feel the need to heal the Squawk right now. I don't want the energy onto it, to be honest. If they want to deal with Squawk, they can deal with Squawk. Be my guest. And we get a Night Stretcher down. First, before Night Stretcher, I am going to Teal Dance. Just get this 3rd energy in play so we can one-shot their Ogerpon with our Ogerpon. Because as long as my 3 times multiplication table serves me right, yep, that would do it. And then we could go Arven here. I did get the Psychic Energy off the top deck, which I kind of love for this Clefairy. And let me just see what's in the deck. Yeah, okay, so we did prize Fezandipiti. That makes me feel so much better. So give me Lillie's Pearl and give me an Energy Switch just so I could set up Lillie in the back. Set up this guy right here. So we'll get the energy attached. We do have another Lillie's Pearl, which doesn't really do much. I guess I'll throw it on Genesect for vibes. And then I can E-switch an energy. Again, just in case my opponent does take a KO, I want to make sure like I am just as ready to deal with whatever I'm staring down as possible. We've only got 1 Lillie's Pokemon in the discard pile. I think I am going to hold a Night Stretcher. I'm just going to go Myriad Leaf Shower in case I need to bring the Grass Energy back for a Teal Dance the following turn. Right now, though, we are going to take 2 prize cards and hopefully get Fezandipiti out of the prize cards, since that draw 3 would be super helpful, assuming my opponent can KO my Teal Mask Ogerpon, but they don't have any damage on the board for Monkey Dory. And we actually whiff the Fez, but we get the Mew. And honestly, with a hand like this, like except for Countercatcher, which is now completely unplayable, everything in my hand I could play this turn. So I'm cool with it. Like, I'm rocking with it. And if they just leave Monkey Dory in the active, they're cooked. If they put Blissey in the active, I mean, that wouldn't be ideal. But could we one-shot it? I'm not sure. They've only got 1 energy in play, though, since they lost the Ogerpon. 2 energy. I apologize. So if they flip the script, they've got no cards left. If they restart, they got 1 card left in their deck. That's smart. So they are very close to decking out, though. We'll see if they have the energy, and they are going to go in with flip the script, which is a very bold play, because now all I have to do is just pass. And once I pass for turn, well, that's game, since they don't have any cards left in their deck to draw into. So I think that's game number 1 wrapped up. I'm not sure. I mean, we'll see what my opponent has in store. They haven't played a supporter yet. So we could see Iono or something like that. That's possible. But yeah, I don't think there's much we can do. I think this is what Lillie's Clefairy is so nice, though. Dude, like, picture Arch Aladdin, picture Bliss EX, the tankiest non-Dragapult Pokemon, or even Gardevoir, 310. Yeah, we just cleared 340. Like, all of the beefy Pokemon that aren't Dragon Week, yeah, they go Iono. Okay, hey, that's fair, I guess. I mean, we are in a bit of a sticky situation after that, except I've got Lillie's Clefairy already set up. That's why I set that guy up early, in case you saw the hand disruption. And, oh my gosh, I forgot, my opponent has 5 cards, so Iono actually still keeps them decked out. That's not even going to save them. They just scoop there, yeah. But this deck is, its power level is insane for it being a, like, single prize attacker. I absolutely love this deck. Let's hop into match number 2 and see if we can clutch up the positive record for the day with Lillie's Clefairy. Welcome to match number 2. We're going first, and we open up with a solid hand, and we're seeing the Dunsparce Monkey Dory. It's not going to tell me much. Honestly, I really don't hate the Squawk here. I don't think I want to, though. In all honesty, I mean, what? Let's go Precious Trolley first. Let's see what we got. Yo, Genesect Fez immediately. Give me a couple Ogerpons, and honestly, give me Latias. I don't know. I vibe with Latias. I don't have Budew. That could be relevant. I mean, I'll figure it out in a bit. For now, we're just gonna bench these guys down. I've got Area 0, so I can just beef up my bench immediately. Actually, once Precious Trolley loads, there we go. Beef up the bench. I'm gonna Teal Dance first. Again, just want to see. Honestly, you know, this is another hand where it's like I've got so many supporters. These are cards and Psychic Energy. I will gladly throw right there. I think I'm gonna go Squawk. If I could get my A-Spec down, I mean, something with Monkey Dory, like, you never know when they're playing up Trolley as well. If I could get this down here and just shut down their A-Spec super early, that would be awesome. I do really like that. And we get another Lillie's Clefairy and a Nest Ball. I'm actually just going to hold the cards in hand. You know, if they do go Budew this turn, we could be in a little bit of trouble. But I also don't know if they've got a Donk type deck or something. I mean, Monkey Dory, Dunsparce doesn't scream Donk, but just in case, I think I'm actually just going to hold the hand. Actually, no. We'll E-switch. We'll set up Clefairy. Just send it. Whatever. So be it. Let's get this guy down. Let's use Nest Ball. Let's just do everything, man. We made it this far. Who do I want? Give me Mew. Give me the draw 1. Give me the restart. I was like, I'll play it safe. Nah, I'm having too much fun. Let me dig for another Lillie's Pearl. I don't get the Pearl. That's fine. I could retreat into who to keep Clefairy safe. I could retreat into, like, Mew or something like that. Because then they would need Boss to deal with Clefairy as well. I do like that. But then restart is annoying. Honestly, take an Ogerpon. Take an Ogerpon. I've got Latias for free retreat. You know, it's like, it's I don't know. We'll figure it out. I've got Judge in hand. So whatever you got going on this turn, I'm just going to tell you, no, your hand's 4. Because I also do like playing the game. They're going to go Buddy Puff and probably take another Dunsparce or 2. Not Dunsparce. And they're playing Goldengo. Okay. Well, that's a little annoying because I could have put that one together. Dunsparce, Monkey Dory, Goldengo. That was... I fumbled that one. Although that seems like an atrocious matchup because we are Metal Weak, I have 190 HP. Honestly, I expect to get KO'd immediately anyways, so that's whatever. As long as I could take the first 2 prize KO, I think that would be the best thing that we could hope for. And they can't use Energy Search Pro because we do have Genesect down with the tool, which is kind of nutty. So again, they'll have an easy time dealing with Clefairy because we are Metal Weak, and that's okay. I mean, that'll definitely work in their favor since they can't search out all their energy. But I'm hoping that the pure consistency of Lillie's Clefairy is going to get through my opponent at this point and allow us to take that first big 2 prize KO and just be the most disruptive possible. So let's retreat here. Let's go back into Lillie's Clefairy. I don't mind killing to Dunsparce. I do like the idea of Judge, though, and just giving my opponent a new hand, giving me a new hand. I want to get some more energy in play just for the following turns. And, well, ask and you shall receive. This is energy that I was talking about to get in play. I've got a Grass Energy for an Ogerpon to Teal dance with. I've got an Energy Switch, and I've got a Psychic Energy. Now, what I didn't get is a Lillie's Pearl for my active. However, that's fine. I'll have to live without that. For now, it's just Full Moon Rondo for 280. Base damage, we're swinging for KO on Gholdengo. As long as we can make them take a single prize card once, maybe twice off of Lillie's Clefairy, we're in a great spot. And I'll get Budew out of the prizes. It's not going to help me much at all. But that's fine. That's fine. They'll go in with Dunsparce. And I'm curious to see out of the 5 cards in their hand that we judge them into what they got going for them. Now, they are going to need just 2 energy in hand to discard with Gholdengo to take the KO, which is very, very easy to do. 1 Earthen Vessel, and we're cooked. So that's why I was really hoping I could judge into the Lillie's Pearl and make my active 1 prize card now just to make them take that 1 prize card early. But you know what? If we got to do it in the mid game or really, really prey down on that late game, you know, hope they don't have boss's orders. That's where things get more and more unfortunate. You can Arven again. Energy Search Pro, not going to be the tool or item that's working this turn. It's a great ace spec, for any other matchup. My Genesect is going to tell you no. They could be playing. They definitely are playing a Stadium Bump. It's not could be. They definitely are playing a Stadium Bump. When they play that, because it's kind of inevitable. We get rid of Squawk, we get rid of Mew, that's 2, and then I need to get rid of 1 more Pokemon. Honestly, it's probably going to be an Ogerpon with this hand. I really do like the Latias, and it's already here. Okay, so good thing I was prepping that out. We're going to bin Mew, Latias. No, Mew, Squawk. Do I go Ogerpon or Latias? I'll get rid of Latias. I don't need the free retreat so much this match. This is not ideal, but it's okay. I think we should still be swinging for enough to KO. I'm not sure. We actually might be just short. And they got it to Dunsparce down. Okay, so we did kind of judge them into a great hand. They got 7 cards in hand. They'll probably throw up Give Me Cool if I had to take a guess. And as long as they have a Metal Energy plus 2 basic energy cards of any type, we're in a tough spot. Because the more that they could set up Gholdengo now without Energy Search Pro, the more likely that they'll be able to boss around a Lillie's Pearl, which is why I really, really wanted to dig out the Lillie's Pearl last turn. What's nice, too, is I do have Fez, so if they do manage to pull off a KO, and they give me Munkidori, which, honestly, I'm not even mad about. Like, even if I don't get the boss KO on Gholdengo, I'm taking the first 2 prize cards. So even though I didn't take the first 2 prize KO, as long as I'm 2 prize cards up, I don't think I care. Again, famous last words. I'll figure that out later. But for now, like, this is fine. I'll save my area zeros for when I can just bump their stadium and blow up a Gholdengo. But for now, I don't want to give them the chance to bump my stadium again while I'm not getting value out of the stadium. So you know what? We're okay. We're in a decent spot. We're going to make it work. If they want to go boss and chase down Genesect, like, be my guess. They're going to go Ultra Ball. They're going to get themselves down another, maybe to Dunsparce even, just for next turn. No, they get Fez. Makes sense. I did take a KO this turn. That's another great boss target for us. Now, I think ideally, I'll probably have to KO the Munkidori in the active spot because I don't know if they will be taking a KO this turn, nor do I know if I'll get boss's orders off the top deck and I'll be able to take Fez down immediately, or else that would be the game plan. But I think we most likely take down Munkidori, and then we're just going to chase down the next Gholdengo and try to boss up Fez for game. This one's going to be a lot closer if they're chasing us 2 prize cards, but my gosh, are we going to make it work? And they attach the Electric Energy to Dunsparce. That's criminal. I'm surprised they didn't attach it to Munkidori for the KO to go in the discard pile. I'm not going to complain too hard. That's an energy stuck in play that they can't use Make It Rain and discard, so it's fine by me. I think here, we go Energy Switch. Again, I just want to make sure I got Clefairy set up. I don't have any way to draw cards. They didn't take a KO. I'm just going to Full Moon Rondo for 220. And hope I get something a little bit more playable off the prize cards. Again, if it's not the boss is huge. Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay. Alright, Fez is gone next turn for sure. Now, my opponent is like, there's like a 90% chance they're taking a KO with Gholdengo on Clefairy. This is kind of inevitable. I think what we're going to have to bank on is our Flip the Script doing us wonders. Maybe getting us Area 0, which again, I don't really need yet. I think if it just gets us Lillie's Pearl, That'd be enough, because I'm going to go boss on Fez this turn, take that guy out, assuming that my opponent benches another Pokemon. I do have Nest Ball to get myself another Clefairy down, just so I've got multiple attackers lined up, and then we'll see what we got. I mean, I don't know, I like where we're sitting in this match. It's going to be a little difficult. Again, they got a big hand, but I think just shutting down their A-Spec is so huge. Now, there is a world where I could go Iono or Judge this turn, because they have 13 cards in hand. If I could somehow like guarantee a KO on Gholdengo with Flip the Script pretty much in its entirety, I think in all honesty I'd rather do that and just shrink their hand down a lot, because they have 11 cards in hand. I feel like the chance that a bunch of those are energy is pretty high. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Make It Rain. There's no way two of those are not energy. Like, I would be astounded. And they are going to tie us up on prize cards. They're doing 200 damage. Yep, they get rid of the Grass and the Psychic, which is good, because that's not electric energy to take back with Levincia. So that's not the end of the world for us. I'll throw Lillie's Clefairy up in the active. We're swinging for how much here? If I get one Pokemon, I think we're just swinging 200, which is a little annoying. And that is the best top deck I've ever seen. Yeah, if I get one Pokemon, I'm swinging 180. So I think I want to go Nest Ball here. Just take down another Lillie's Clefairy. Ah, man, yeah, this is actually where things get difficult, because I need an Area 0 plus a Pokemon to go boss KO on Fez. So this flip is going to be big. This could be a make or break. And I get some Grass Energy. I mean, hey, that's not bad. We're digging a little deeper. One Stadium is all I need, and we will figure it out. So let's smack this guy down, and I will get another Ogerpon. That's a Pokemon. That's not a Stadium. We're going to play another Ogerpon here, and I'm going to get Arven. Well, that doesn't help. Okay. I mean, that'll help for next turn. I really don't even want to swing into Gholdengo. I mean, I could smack this here. Like, the chance that they have a boss is just so astronomically high, it's not even funny. So we go what? Energy Switch. Smack this here. They are only taking one prize. However, I'm not taking two prizes because I whiffed the Stadium. Is there any way I could get around that? I don't think so. Because if I go Arven, what would I get? I mean, I got some cool items. None of them are really going to help me. They probably have boss in such a massive hand. So maybe I just boss up Dunsparce. Because it's like, I know I can one-shot Gholdengo. I'm really not worried about that. I really just needed to hit a Stadium, hand disruption, something like that off of it. I do want to save the boss orders. How many are we down? I'm down none. You know what? Give me Dunsparce. Right, because, like, I'll one-shot Gholdengo. I'm not too worried about that. Just putting damage onto it is pretty useless. I'd rather take out something of a draw engine, and we're 10 damage short on Fezandipiti because I didn't get the Stadium, or else I would have had two prize cards there. Made my life a whole lot easier. So I'll take the KO here. And I get another boss's orders. That honestly works. Now, I am expecting my active to just get absolutely torched here. I think what would be a lot scarier for us is a boss route, if that's what they got, and they could chase down a Ogerpon, or a Fezandipiti would be pretty bad too. But if they chase down Fez, I could go Arven for Night Stretcher, and take Fez back, depending on what my top deck is, just because I need to get rid of the Stadium right now. I need to take out Gholdengo. We're still in an okay spot. I have a single prize Pokemon in the active spot, and my opponent is playing Arven, so they're not disrupting my hand at all. Even if they play Energy Search Pro, which they can't, they have got Genesect, they'll go Vessel. Guarantee the 2 energy. That's fine. That's okay. A late game Iono and a boss on Fez next turn, I think, is going to be our best friend. I think. Famous last words. I don't know. We'll see. They get rid of Fan Rotom. Not too relevant. Yeah, now I'm stressing. Whiffing two prize cards there is bad. Bad news bears. How do we make it through? So they take a KO. They've got 3 prize cards left. It means I need to follow up with a KO on Gholdengo, because they are not able to take multiple KOs at once, from what I understand in the list, the current build they're playing. I mean, if they played Togekiss, maybe, but it doesn't seem they are playing the Togekiss line. So that was more of a pre-rotation thing. So I'm thinking, right, they'll go down to 3 prize cards. I need to clean up this Gholdengo or boss up Fez. If I can do one of those, I'll have 1 prize card left, and then I'll either have to save a Gholdengo KO on the back end, or I'll then have to boss up Fez on the back end. To clean up, because they're still chasing me, which is good, you know, unless they go boss themselves. But they played Arven, so, and they didn't take Counter Catcher off it. They took Vessel, which tells me they actually might not have had the energy needed. So a hand disruption card could go kind of crazy too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Even if I could go Lillie's Clefairy, and then a third Lillie's Clefairy. Okay. Well, that's bad. And they take Fez. Yep. All right. Well, it seems that Goldengo must fall probably this turn. They're going to Superior Energy Retrieval. Oh my gosh, how much would I love... Oh my god, they're going to Superior Energy Retrieval for 2. And didn't they play Vessel, or are they holding the Vessel? No, they did play the Vessel. Interesting. Okay. Wait, what did they just... And Levincia, what did they... I'm so confused. What did they just get rid of? They took 2 energy back. They got rid of 2 energy? Is that what just happened? So they got 4 energy in their hand? Oh, so they could take the KO on Fez. Because they need 5 energy in play this turn. That's right. That's right. Okay. This is proving to be very, very problematic because of that countercatcher. However, our own countercatcher is live, so we could have Arven for countercatcher. I apologize. Had another big sneeze. My opponent did not do much. He just played the Night Stretcher, got a Dunsparce back down on the bench, and... Well, yeah, just to make it rain. They definitely got the KO on Fez. To Night Stretcher, or to... I don't know. What else would I go for? Countercatcher? Yeah, they get rid of 5 energy. Yeah, that's big. I mean, a Hand Disruption card would be just so awesome here. There's so many things that would be great. And I don't seem to have many of them. And I get Iono. Oh, gosh. I mean, Iono gets me 3 cards. I could Arven for Night Stretcher, get me Fez back, which also gets me 3 cards. But I do kind of like the idea of Hand Disruption. I mean, do I know if they have any energy down in their hand? We know there's 2 electric energy in the discard pile that they could use to KO my active. That's fine. Their Grass and Psychic and Metal's all there. I think, honestly, I'm going to go Iono here. Their hand is way too big. I'm just going to put it back down to 2. And give myself 3. Hope I get a Night Stretcher. Huge. That's actually so massive. It's not even funny. We're going to Night Stretcher. The deck is still not shuffled, which is very, very good for us here. Because we could get Fez down. The deck isn't shuffled, so we could flip the script. Hopefully hit the stadium that we whiffed last time. And then that would be awesome. Or not. That's cool. That's great. So now I can't take a KO. Huh. Oh my god. Do we just lose then? I think we just lose. Yeah. I think we are going to fall a bit short here. Because, like, what do I do? I mean, I attach an energy to Lillie's Clefairy, which is awesome. I used my Flip the Script. I don't have a Grass Energy to Teal Dance. I mean, they might whiff the KO. No, they won't whiff the KO at all because they got Levincia. I didn't get the Stadium Bump. If I got the Stadium Bump, I might have been in a decent spot, even without KOing them. Ah, man, yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess! Oh, no. All right, we'll swing 220. I was confident going into this one. I know we can take it down. This is not ideal. This is one of the times the Lillie Clefairy is gonna fall kind of hard or just whiffing the draws. But that happens sometimes in the TCG. I mean, it's just one of those games where sometimes luck is not on your side. Definitely a matchup that I think we could potentially win, and I'm just gonna give them everything that they could potentially need. They don't have Flip the Script, but they did have Make It Rain. They do have Runaway Draw. They'll draw 3 cards, and now all of a sudden their hand is absolutely massive again. Am I down for the count yet? I'm not sure. Actually, now I feel like I am. If I wasn't before, now I am. And a Goldengo. Ah, awesome. Cool. Great. Sweet. They still are stuck KOing my active, hopefully. I mean, if they have boss, they got boss, whatever. But I'm surprised they didn't Runaway Draw and then Buddy Buddy Pull. Oh, you know what? They might be saving Runaway Draw just in case I Iono. That would be super smart, because I was going to say I am going to Iono them this turn and hope that I just give them absolutely nothing they can do. And no, they're going to Runaway Draw right now. So Iono to 1 is my best hope. Oh. And then, no, they just go boss. Okay, do they have the KO on Ogerpon? They probably do. They got 7 cards in hand. I mean, they got guaranteed to... Oh, yeah, they got the KO. Because then they take 4. That doesn't even matter. They definitely got KO. You get rid of Iono, because then they Levincia. Yep, alright, well, that'll do it. I'll hit my concede button on that one. Give it to my opponent before they take forever to do that. Unfortunate match number 2. Hey, we're 1-1. The deck, honestly, it was pretty solid. We just kind of missed the stadium out 2 turns in a row, where I think I really would have needed it. So it's unfortunate, but hey, it happens. Let's hop into match number 3. See if I could clutch up the positive record with Lillie's Clefairy. Welcome to match number 3. We open up going second with one of the hands ever, and we're taking a mulligan. We're up against Festival Leads. Oh boy. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, well, I mean, hey, if this is how I go down, this is how I go down. I'll take a Genesect. I mean, the hand disruption and prayers are going to be our best friends. I am going to be saving my stadiums for reverse KOs on my opponent because there's not much I'm going to do past that, and I am just going to hope that pure consistency and honestly a whole lot of luck on my Lillie's Pearls is up. Excuse me. Wow, I'm punching my desk. I don't even know what's going on. I'm falling apart. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, whatever happens, happens. You know, if they don't get down a Grookey this turn, that would be pretty sweet, too. Definitely wouldn't complain about that. And yeah, I mean, they get a bunch of Applins down, but if I could just take a little bit more time to stop them from getting those Grookeys, that would help. I do get a Stadium, but I am going to keep that held nice and tight. For now, I am going to go Precious Trolley, and I'm going to get down, what, 2 Ogerpons, a Latias, just because I've got Squawk in the active, and then a Clefairy. And I think this is the roster. I think this is the lineup. These are the lads. So we'll get these guys down. Again, I know I have the Nest Ball. It's not really going to be too much of a playable card. We're just going to use our double Teal dances. I need an Energy Switch and a Psychic Energy. And I've got the KO on my opponent's active Pokemon. I am going to hate to Squawk and Seize away that Clefairy. I really don't want to. Honestly, I think we go Judge first, then. Go Judge, then Squawk and Seize. Because I don't want to get rid of my Stadium at all. Don't want to lose a couple energy. Lillie's Clefairy is going to be pretty huge, and this is, I mean, the word. This is welcome to the deck. This is pure consistency at its finest. We'll just smack all of these on over. We'll Squawk and Seize, get rid of our Mew EX, draw a full 6 to give us some good lines for the following turn, and we get another Lillie's Pearl. I will play that right now on the Genesect just to try to stop whatever ace-spec my opponent is running. Stop that from being, well, the ace-spec of choice. And I'm going to swing 160, taking a KO on Applin nice and early. My opponent has a new 4, which means they don't have that Iono that I know we did see in hand. And we get another Lillie's Pearl out of the prize, which is going to be massive. Because if I want to deal with the next Pokemon, when they KO my Clefairy, which is, like, inevitable, they're definitely going to do it, I'm going to need something good to follow up. I've got the Energy Switch of Lillie's Pearl in hand. I've got Nest Ball to pull out of Lillie's Clefairy, and I got the Night Stretcher to give me the Psychic Energy back. So I can make sure that I've got everything in hand. So just one shot, whatever's in the active spot. The following turn, my opponent did play Arven, and they got Precious Trolley TM Evo. However, Precious Trolley will not work. We are shutting it down with Genesect. So there's going to be a wild misplay on my opponent, and potentially a game, like, just a massive, like, you know, game deciding one. I mean, this is the power of Genesect. You know, your opponent grabs their ace-spec. They grab their Trolley, and boom, there's the scoop. 2-1. This deck is nuts. I mean, honestly, I know that was super short. Gotta keep it in. This is why we play Genesect. Genesect has that type of power. Like, that type of power, you don't see it with many other single prize Pokemon, but Genesect can, in fact, win the game. That's how. Because I'm assuming my opponent didn't have another way to get any basic Pokemon down. So all we had to do was just keep attacking, and as long as we kept that hand disruption going, you know, like, they couldn't get their basic Pokemon down fast enough, we just walked through. So, that's going to be match number 3. We are 2-1. This is an awesome deck. Honestly, a ton of fun. I wish this deck was almost a little cheaper. I know Lillie's Clefairy is a bit more on the expensive side as far as basic EXs go. I do like trying to make my decks made as cheap. Obviously not the arts I have on live, but the cards themselves. I do like playing those decks that people could buy, like, you know, effectively and stuff. And I know Lillie's Clefairy is a little bit more, but I think in the future this is a deck I'm actually going to look into and try to pick up a couple Clefairies myself because it's a ton of fun. I love the power level, and I think it brings back the turbo side of things, which we haven't seen in a very long time since pre-rotation. And I think where this deck lacks, like, the defensive prowess, like, we really don't have much HP, that's fine, because we actually make up for it in speed. Even though match number 2 is pretty harsh and our consistency fell apart, I feel like the deck is sadly consistent, and I feel most importantly, like, the power level of Lillie's Clefairy is actually, like, so underrated right now. So I really like this type of box. I don't like the Knockdown version as much. I think I like this version more, just because I like the hand disruption going into other Knockdown decks. But hey, I mean, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. I'd love to revisit it soon. If you guys enjoyed this one, I definitely enjoyed playing it. And yeah, with that being said, stay epic. Peace.